Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I am here at 6134 Burwood Avenue in Highland Park, and I am preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line here on the property. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted. Or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So, I wasn't able to locate an exposed or accessible main sewer line cleanout. The main sewer line cleanout is an area outside the structure that has a removable cap, allowing access into the drain system as it exits the building. There is a 3-inch cleanout over on the left side of the structure on the exterior wall, but because of some non-standard drain line fittings under the house, we weren't able to get the camera to travel the right direction. Also, a lot of turns from that access, we couldn't get really be able to get the camera through anyway. So what I've decided to do is I've brought my gear up onto the roof. I'm going to be dropping down through this 4-inch main building drain waste vent. This is a pipe that comes from the drain lines under the house to allow air into the system for drainage. And to allow sewer gases to escape out into the atmosphere above the roof line. Get the camera around this turn here. It's just going to take a second. I had some trouble before. There we go. Alright, we're just going to run a couple of feet, and we're essentially going to be exiting right here at the left side of the house, under the concrete on that left side, near the hallway bathroom. About 18 inches deep or so. This would be where we should have a main sewer line cleanout access put in. So as we come out of the building here, we're entering into the original vitrified clay main sewer pipe. We make a 90-degree turn, and now we're heading basically straight up towards the front of the house, front of the property, and we'll continue on to the public sewer out near the middle of the street. Now, these clay pipe materials, they are expected to have a long service life. Being a natural material, they aren't expected to deteriorate underground, but they are more brittle in nature and do have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. So what we're looking for are any significant cracking or broken areas, significant offsetting or separations of the connections or joints, anything that would be considered a compromise to the integrity of the line. Now here, about 5 feet in, we're seeing a pretty significant crack. The first kind of ring you see around the pipe there is a crack. The second one is the actual joint. It's a more smooth ring there, and you can see some mortar at the joint where they put these pipes together. So we're starting to see some cracking in the line. There's kind of another one of those situations. Not quite as easy to make out, but you can see the circle there around the pipe, and then the next one is the actual joint. So far, I'm not seeing anything here that's a real significant break. This kind of cracking is fairly common. Another one here. But you know, it is evidence that there's stress on the pipe itself. When we start seeing multiple cracked areas like this, we're starting to discuss the possibility of maybe a rehabilitation method, like a liner or something like that. At the very least, or at a minimum, one would want to closely monitor this line. If those cracks or breaks show evidence that water may be seeping out into the soil near the structure, or if there's any shifting or movement starting to occur, then we would definitely be discussing repairs, possibly replacement of the line. Alright, so about 42 feet out now. We're near the front of the yard. And right here we're transitioning from our 4-inch clay pipe to a 6-inch clay pipe. This is the portion of the system we refer to as the lateral pipe. This came from the public sewer near the middle of the street up to the property, and is what it's connected to. Same type of piping, so we expect similar conditions. Looks like we have some very minor root intrusions at this joint here. Now, root intrusions at the joint areas of these older clay pipes is fairly common, and normally we are suggesting that they can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings. When they're left unmaintained for extended periods, if they can create blockages in the system with potential to damage a pipe. And those roots certainly are not in any danger of creating a blockage right now. In fact, there's such a minimal amount of them, I wouldn't even suggest cleaning at this point. But certainly should have a main clean out here in this line for maintenance, both future cleanings and for monitoring of the line. Alright, coming up on this left turn that's going to drop us into our public sewer. Okay, and we're here at 70 feet, we're looking down into our public sewer. So basically what we're looking at here is a line that is functional. It has stress. A couple of those cracked areas certainly are significant enough to dictate a repair recommendation, but there's no real evidence that the function of the system has been compromised by any of this cracking. The concern more is down the road if those are going to shift or move or continue to get worse, which is a high likelihood. Basically, you'd be talking about future upgrades or replacements. So, kind of leave it up to you as to what you want to do as far as that goes. Certainly, no disadvantage to being proactive and performing minor repairs or rehabilitation sooner than later. But it's not a very pressing matter, or there's no real urgency at this point. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. I will be issuing a written report to review along with this video, which will describe the final findings and recommendations and the options here on this system. Now, we do recommend that all main sewer lines are examined after any significant seismic activity, and that main sewer lines should be examined annually to monitor for changing conditions in a line, and that can be especially important in a situation where you've got an older pipe that does have stress. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.